Cosmetics is taking us to Chamonix, France. I hope you guys are ready. If you want to see swatches and an eye look, just keep watching. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. My name is Karen Harris. I have a passion for makeup, especially indie makeup, especially eyeshadow palettes. I've got lots and lots of eyeshadow palettes. And if you like to see new makeup releases, this is the place for you. Highly recommend subscribing so you don't miss out on my videos on the big old YouTube machine, and also hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I post. Without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, I've got like 3 things I need to complain about. I have a cold, so I'm sorry. My hair is so greasy, it's actually embarrassing. And third of all, it's like 7:30 at night the day before this palette gets announced, so I only have time to do like quick swatches and an eye look, so I hope that's okay. I'm so sorry, but I'm so excited for this palette. You guys have already probably seen the color story. It's so beautiful. If this was a warm tone palette, it might be one of my most perfect color stories. Either which way, it's cute. It's got greens, it's got blues, it's got purples, it's got everything and more. So I can't wait to get into swatches, show you guys some close-ups. So let's do that now. So this is the Chamonix Après Ski Palette, and the destination is Chamonix. On a cool, crisp afternoon in the quintessential alpine village of Chamonix, friends flushed after a day on the slopes gather to cheer the start of a much-loved tradition, après ski. In the shadow of Mont Blanc Peak come sounds of clinking glasses, smells of delicious fondue, and the sights of winter pastels streaming across the sky. As light begins to fade and the merriment goes on, and boots get on the tables, then the only question is last call or first chair. Okay, so the outer packaging is a vintage après-ski scene, which opens up to the winter twilight hues seen high in the Alps, in a spectrum of cool pastels from soft and subdued to deep and decadent. 9 wintry mattes, 9 twinkling shimmers, and 3 magical duochromes. So the cause for this palette is Inspire Mont Blanc Association, and they work to better the air quality and protect the environment of the Mont Blanc region. Not gonna lie, before this, all I really knew about Mont Blanc is that it was a pen company, so here we are learning new things day after day. But as you can see, it's a beautiful palette, and the colors are so beautiful. So let me just show you the swatches. We've got Les Alpes, I'm gonna butcher these names, I'm so sorry, which is a beautiful blue duochrome. Then we have a mauve matte. Chamonix is a duochrome green. Mont Blanc is my favorite. It's a beautiful matte green, alpine green I would say. Then we have like a gray tone shimmer, and then we've got a brown cool tone matte. Last run is kind of like a pinky rose goldy shade. Then we have a matte like pink, a mid-tea green, call it pre, and then ski is a mid-tone green, like a cool tone minty shade. Then we have a shimmery blue. We've got a gray blue shade next, and then we have a darker like mauve shade. Then we have the beautiful like bone colored shade that has a fondue pot on it, which is so cute. And then might be my favorite shade in the palette, which is a beautiful dark green shimmer shade. Fondue is a beautiful minty green. Shot Ski is a beautiful dark blue shimmer. And then Last Call is the last shade of the palette. It's a pastel blue shade, kind of a cool tone pastel blue. But that is it as far as the swatches and close-ups of the palette. I love when Nomad does a wintry theme, so I'm very excited to put this on my eyes. I was humming and hawing about what kind of look to do, but I think we're gonna have to use the greens. When I swatched them, I was like, okay, I might as well just fully embrace the fact that I just love green eyeshadow so much. So let's go ahead and dive into the palette. I totally bought this, the Mega Blender. My friend Molly makes so many reels about this thing, and she posted when it came back in stock. It's so huge, like it's ridiculous how big this thing is. So I did a reel, we'll see if and when I post that, but it's sitting on my table, it's taking up half the desk, so I just had to joke about it with you guys. It's so ridiculous how big it is. Also, if it gets a little crusty around my nose, it's because I'm blowing my nose so much, so don't mind that. Okay, so look at this 6-pan green palette we have right here. So excited. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the shade Ski, and I'm gonna put that in the crease and all over. I honestly just want to put Mont Blanc and that shimmer shade all over my lid and crease and call it a day, but figured I should probably use a few more shades than that. Okay, so that's a really pretty, like, cool tone minty shade. Now I'm gonna go into Mont Blanc. Oh, this color. It's like, you know, in the movies when the heavens open up and angels start singing, that's the kind of joy I feel when I see a matte green this color. I actually really love to wear this shade of green too. So there's that. Not like anybody asked or anything, but I just want to tell you guys how I feel about this green shade. It's so beautiful. And it's very like vintage après ski. Like it reminds me of the fragrance from Elise Brooklyn because the bottle is like this really piney green. It just kind of makes me think of the holidays, even though we're in 2025 and it's a new year and all that stuff. I love that like vintage holiday feel. So yeah, I just basically ended up putting Mont Blanc like all over my crease, which I'm not even mad about. Okay, so now we just need to pack on the shimmer shade and we're all done. What else did you think I was gonna do with this eye look? I mean, you knew I was gonna use the green shadows, right? Like when you saw the eyeshadow palette sneak peeked, you're like, well, that's Karen's green right there. Okay, I'm spraying my brush and oh, that's so pretty. Sorry, I can't come to the phone right now because I'm too busy putting green eyeshadow on. Oh, that is so cute. Okay, I decided to do something so shocking. I'm going to put on a different color on the lower lash line just to kind of play with some of the other shades in this palette. Okay, so I'm going to go into this shade and I'm just going to use that on the lower lash line. Now, if this was a red, I feel like it would be perfect because it would really go with like the vintage après-ski like holiday vibes. But it's a mauve. And I used a white eyeliner, so I'm kind of using that as the base to this shade to help it kind of pop because the green is so dramatic. And I'm not gonna lie, every instinct in my body is saying, use the green, just do a monochromatic green look. But I just did like a full green look with the Glaminatrix little palette, the green mini palette, so I'm trying to do something else. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure that that kind of blends into the outer corner a little bit, and then I'm gonna take the dark brown and I'm just gonna pop that on the outer edge a little bit just to give it some gradient. Oh, that's so cute though. Something very different for me. And then I'm going to take the pencil brush and I'm going to go into Chamonix, which is the duochrome green shade. And of course we have to give it a nice spray. And that's going to be my inner corner shade. Okay, this look feels a little too simple for me at this very moment in time, but I'm just going to embrace it. I like how it looks. It's beautiful, even though it's simple, so I'll definitely take another knock or two at this palette when I have a little bit more time, but I want to throw on some mascara, finish up the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back to give you some quick first impression thoughts on this palette. Okay, friends, so here is the finished look. Let me tell you really quick what else is on my face today in case you guys are curious. I did try out some new products. I'm so excited. Salt New York sent me their new limited edition like blush highlighter hybrids. You guys know I love nude shades or brown shades, and these ones are so beautiful. So I chose to wear the medium shade, which is right here on my cheeks. And then the deep shade I actually put on my lips, and then I threw on the Unearthly lip oil. So yeah, I had a lot of fun trying these out. They're so beautiful and glowy and build up so nicely. So if you've been eyeing these particular products, then I would recommend checking them out. They're so beautiful. So love that for me. And I put them on over my regular foundation and stuff. I did powder on my eyes, but not so much my face. So they do really well on just like foundation and stuff. I probably got a little bit of powder like right here, but overall, I think they look so beautiful. I do have dry skin though, so keep that in mind if you are an oily girl. But I know my friend Heather has really oily skin, and I think she also shows Salt New York on her channel a lot. So if you have oily skin, check her out. And then for foundation, I'm wearing the Laura Mercier foundation. Huda Beauty concealer for under the eyes. For highlighter, I am wearing my Armani Aqua Luminous, whatever, the silk highlighter. This is the shade 3. I just got this from the last Sephora coupon. I have on my Chanel bronzer, and I think I forgot to put powder bronzer on even though I meant to. So I'm wearing the Chanel bronzer, and that is everything that's on my face today in case you guys were curious. Now let's go ahead and chat about this particular palette. I, of course, love the green, so definitely distracted by that color story right there in the middle. I feel like I have like sonar, radar, all of the things. When I see green, I'm like, let's put it on my eyes. So I was definitely attracted to that. I love the layout of this palette. It's very pleasing. If you're a person that loves a good gradient, if you don't like the chaos, although I think if they like swap things around a little bit in here, I would still think this palette was gorgeous. It is interesting that they put the deeper mattes on top. I feel like usually what they do is all the deep shades are down at the bottom. So they did make that little switch, which I wonder how that would affect the layout of the palette if all the dark shades were on that row. But it's just like a fun little switch up. Overall, I think this is a nice formula, and the metallics I used work really well. And yeah, overall, I think it's really cute. I don't really have anything bad to say about this one. I'm definitely going to have to play with this some more, and I'm very excited to see Nomad launching a palette to kick off 2025. This palette is launching on Monday night at 11 p.m. Central Time. That'll be midnight if you are on Eastern Time. So technically it's Tuesday for some people, but it'll be Monday night for everybody in the Central Time Zone. I do have an affiliate code with them. It's KHMAKEUP if you want to use it. Save a little bit of money, and I do make a small commission on that as well. If I missed anything and you have any questions, leave me a comment down below. I will do my best to answer it for you. Any other information that the brand puts out, I'll try and put it in the description box in case you guys are curious at all about, I don't know, price or something. I don't know. Anything I missed, I'll try and put in the description box of this video. I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend, and I will see you in another video very, very soon. If you have a little bit more time to hang out with me, YouTube should be popping up some videos for you to enjoy. And I think that's it. See you later, guys. Bye!